Today, I'm going to talk about all the reasons that you're potentially stuck in your Power League rank. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, let's get this done. So you're probably thinking to yourself, why should we listen to this guy? He's hard stuck in his own rank. And to that I say, fair, you're not wrong. However, I have spent thousands of hours playing this game over the past 3 years. Here's my profile to prove it. I have almost 45,000 3v3 victories. Not only all of that, but I've also pushed my mini account to Mythic 2 with barely any star powers. I've got a list of things to talk about, and everyone from Bronze 1 to Masters could heed this advice and get better because of it. The first thing is drafting. It's no secret that drafting is one of the most important parts of Power League. A good majority of games are won and lost in the draft. It's unfortunate to think that you could lose the game before you even get a chance to play, but you know, that's just reality. So something you guys could do to tremendously improve your drafting experience is learn the meta. Learning the meta is super important to drafting because it gives you guys a rough idea of who you're going to be playing against the most, who you guys are going to be playing as the most. You guys can learn the best bans and things like that. It also gives you guys a rough idea of the best brawlers to prioritize on getting to level 10 and 11 first, getting those double perpy boy gears. That's a decent segue into my next point, which is learning who counters who. Now, I'm not going to sit here and talk about how all 50 odd brawlers counter each other right now. That's not what this video is about. However, if you guys want that in the future, just let me know in the comments. You tell me I'm handsome, and I can see if I can get that done for you. But God, is that gonna be a lot of work. But anyway, learning who counters who and who has the best matchup versus different brawlers in different maps is very essential to drafting. It's pretty much what drafting is all about and why drafting is so good. Okay, so to give you guys a bit more practice and to drive my point home, I pulled up a clip from my stream, which is twitch.tv/mcds with an underscore. I'm probably live right now, depending on how mad I am. Regardless, I'm gonna pause it in between each pick, and you guys can see and think to yourself who you would take in this situation, and then you can see how well you stack up in a draft versus some legendary players. Okay, here we go. We're starting off. Daryl and Rico are banned on safe zone, and this guy's got first pick. So who would you take? That's what I want you guys to think about right now. If it's me personally, I'm probably taking maybe Piper or Byron, for different reasons, obviously, but let's just see here. I'm gonna unpause it in 3, 2, 1. Okay, and he locked in his level 10 Bell. A good first pick. It's not my favorite first pick of all time, but it's not that bad. And so now we're up with the second and third pick of the draft. So if you were in the second person's situation, I want you guys to think about who you guys would take to go against a Bell. Again, I still think Piper is probably a top-notch pick here. I wouldn't take like Pam into this or anything weird. I would just keep it simple, keep it classy, and go with Piper. But that's just me. I'm gonna unpause it in 3, 2, 1. Okay, and he locks in his level 11 Byron, which is a fantastic pick, by the way. I like that a lot. I would have gone with Piper or Byron myself, and now I'm up on the draft board, and I have every brawler power 11. So with Byron as your first pick and Rico and Daryl banned and Bell's gone, who do I take? Now, I was kind of torn, honestly. I'm not going to lie. But my teammate, my third teammate here, flashes me a very interesting pick and a brawler I don't play that often. So again, I'm going to unpause it here in 3, 2, 1. Yup, he flashed Colette, and I was like, you know what? Byron and Colette sync up really well, actually. And I don't think anyone on this channel has ever seen me play Colette. The enemy team's up now with the 4th and 5th pick of the draft, and they could probably take... I don't even know who you take in this situation. I'll give you guys some time to think, and I'm going to cut in 3, 2, 1. And so he decides to go with a Colt, which I don't think that's a good pick. I don't know what would have been a better pick to go against Byron Colette. I still think Piper probably should be on their team, but they're going to lock in a Colt. And now, if you're on the enemy team and you get the last pick now, how do you find a way to salvage this draft? I'll give you guys a little bit of time to process that. I'm going to cut here in 3, 2, 1. And he's going to lock in his level 10 Piper, which I think is a fantastic pick. I've been saying it the whole draft. And now my teammate's up with the 6th pick of the draft, and I'll leave it here for a second so you guys can think and process of who you want to complement a Byron Colette team composition. I'm thinking... you just need something control-based, because Colette is essentially going to do all the damage. So you just need some control brawler, and you'll probably win the game. Anyway, I'm going to cut here in 3, 2, 1. And he locks in Amber, which was a good pick, honestly. I didn't expect the Amber to come through. However, we go through to stomp these guys. It wasn't even close, by the way. We won this game, just blew them out of the water. They literally just didn't have enough damage to kill Colette when when I have my shield and Byron's healing me, and so they lost simply because of their draft just wasn't as good as ours. So another piece of advice I have for you guys is to keep it simple. There's no need to overcomplicate things, right? Like, odds are you're not a professional player, right? And neither am I. And so sometimes taking a comfort brawler is just more beneficial to your team than you trying to take a brawler that you're probably not that good with just because it fits the meta. Like on my mini account, I really only ever played Jessie on that account, but I have star powers and gadgets, and so that helps. But Jessie's a brawler that I'm pretty comfortable with, and it allows us to win even on maps where you would think Jessie would never work. Another small piece of information that I wanted to throw in here is that if you're like me and you tend to rage a little bit and you get frustrated at the game a little bit, you gotta learn to take a break and take a step back and relax, because I know I'm one to talk, I know, right? But when I'm not streaming, if I lose one, maybe 2 games in a row, I just put my iPad down and I'm done playing for like an hour. I need to relax. I'm gonna break something if not. But Power League is strangely addicting, right? It's like if you lose one game, you're like, hey man, I just need to win one game and I'm right back where I was. And then you lose that game, and then you're like, you know what? Hey, man, if I win 2 games, bro, I'm right back up to where I was. And then you end up losing 4 in a row, and now it's like there's no saving. So, yeah, if you guys get really angry at the game, just take a break. I promise you it's worth it. That might be all the information I have. The biggest piece of information, obviously, learn how to draft. You're going to have way more success in Power League. I promise you that. Anyway, if you guys want a video about all the counters and the most popular brawlers that counter each other, let me know. I'll get that done for you guys. Like and subscribe. Thanks for all the support. I'll see you guys tomorrow. See ya. Peace.